Hello, everybody. It is that time of the week. It is your illustrious host, Dragon's Fury and Infernal Drake.
Hope you all have been having a good week.
And if not, we hope the episode helps, and we are going to just hop on into it. So before we just started, I was looking at my email, and it. If you're going to scam me, at least try hard, right? So I'm in my email. I'm looking through my stuff. I got my usual stuff. I got my, the stuff about voting, this, that, and the third, right? So yesterday, I get an email from Apple saying that, hey, your payment went through, right? For my annual, Apple One stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
Comes out every so often. Boom, boom, boom. Great, right? Today, I get in the crack ass dawn of morning, like I just pretty much just woken up, gotten a hit in the road, and just got to work. I get two emails. One that says the sender is iCloud. The
Interesting.
title, or like the subject or whatever, we notice changes to your Apple ID security settings. Number, dead list of numbers, right? And then in my preview, I get, we've temporarily paused access to your account due to unusual, and then it keeps on going. I haven't opened it because why would I, right? So I'm assuming it's going on saying something about, there's some unusual activity or whatever, and I need to go click on something of whatever, right? Now, for the what's the word? Initiated to the internet, which at this point I don't know who is, you have the easy ability to see who the email comes from by just hovering over it. At least in Yahoo. I think Google does it too. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So you hit the hover, and it says info at trend-signal.com. Didn't even pretend to be from Apple. Like, usually it will say something long and unwinded, but it will still have, like, Apple in it, at least, or like Apple security. Like, they would at least try to trick you. Didn't even try. Not even remotely close to anything Apple
most of the time
related.
people just see the subject matter of the email and don't even look at the URL.
Correct, right? And that's what happens. That's how people get scammed. You and me both have all been a part of, like, on the receiving end of someone who clicked on something that they weren't supposed to, right?
Yeah, no idea.
And so then, shortly after that, about 11 minutes, actually no, 10 minutes, according to this timestamp, there was another email that came in, from sender, being payment underscore notice, right? Your iCloud account is blocked. Photos and videos will be lost on today, right? Preview. Immediate action required. Your iCloud account will be locked, yada, 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 whatever it says after that. Email for this one is at least mildly closer. It's service at, some kind of security service or whatever. cheapybu.com. What?
They were trying to reach you with that one.
I miss, so in my current tenure on this earth, there has only been one email that has been designed and fabricated that it almost got me, right? It almost got me. Like, this was detailed. The email match, they faked the preview, right? So what its real email was faked, and so it wouldn't show you the real one. It would show you the fake one, right? So the hover was from the Apple address, and right, the content of it, everything was proofread. The images were of Apple. They copied all of that. Like, everything matched, right? Mm-hmm. The link didn't look suspicious. The link had the same address as, like, what you would do normally, because it was something about, like, a password or whatever. And I had recently was trying to get into my account or whatever, and I was having issues. And I get this stuff, and so I'm thinking, oh, fuck, I locked myself out, right? So I'm going in, and I am trying to, like, reset or whatever. And so I'm like, everything's checking out on the email. I was good, and I was like, all right, cool. I go and try to follow, and I follow the link or whatever, right? Takes me over to another page. Again, looks like the legitimate thing. It has you like putting like it's asking for the ID. It's asking for the verification stuff, all the whole 9 yards, right? This is where they got me, and they fucked up because they were asking for social. And I was like, hold the fuck up.
Yeah, no, Apple does not ask for that information.
No one really asked for that isn't dealing with a government entity.
Or jobs.
Well, jobs deal with the government because they have to report your information for tax purposes.
Fair.
So, right, like that's all for government reporting, right? So I'm like, that's not right. And then I was like, did I put that as like a backup thing? Because like this is like for like, this does have like my account information on it. Like I do have like billing and all that stuff. And, all these other things wrapped up into it. And I was like, whatever, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go through the normal way that I usually go through. I was like, okay, let me go the alternate way. Let me go actually to Apple and whatever. Again, everything matched. And then I check the service email, and that's what didn't match. And it was like the back end of the email didn't actually match. It was like 2 letters that was thick. So they would have gotten me if they didn't ask for the social thing. I would give them everything else because everything else seemed to have matched except for 2 letters that I didn't catch until I was already like mad suspicious with the Social Security thing. Ever since then, never.
Yeah, whenever it comes to like that kind of stuff, like especially if it's like password related or just account related, like I will always like I won't even click on anything in the email. I will just go to the webpage,
right,
and confirm myself. Like I won't click on anything because it's like this could be legit, but just in case, I am going to take the secure path.
Oh yeah.
Because no. Like I will say, like a lot of scam stuff has definitely gotten more crafty these days, but yeah, no, they still fuck up.
Right, but like
I really
ever since then,
I really wish they would just stop so I don't like second guess every email that comes to me.
Facts. I was like, it's just the fact that it's like the ones that have gotten people and that I've gotten calls about or whatever. They're looking. I was like, this. They didn't even try. It was just, oh, hey, it's obvious this was fake. And not just obvious because we're more, internet literate. It just really is like, hey, that email says it was this. Like, that's misspelled. Like, that message doesn't make sense. Like, it grammatically doesn't make sense. Like, how did you know what it was talking about if it didn't make sense when you were reading it? Like, it was right. It's so bad. It's so bad on some of the things.
It's like, did you not read this and scratch your head and it's like, what did I just read?
Right, and it was just it's crazy what some of these things are. But moral of the story: always be suspicious of emails that you're not expecting to get, and just kind of operate like that, and you'll be fine.
And of course, any emails that come to you asking about saying that your account's been locked out or anything account related, always double check and take the secure path to double check your accounts.
Yeah.
And when it comes to text messages, don't
ignore the fuck out of those.
Yeah, because God, the amount of text ones I've received is freaking stupid. So, like heck, I got a text one. It's like, oh, we would like to invite you to an interview. I'm just like, what?
When did I apply?
Yeah, which is the crazy thing is like, so this one almost got me because it's like the job they mentioned was one that I had applied to before. But also I've applied to through like recruiting people to like give out my resume and stuff. So I'm like, maybe. But then it's like, it was like, oh, this would be in Teams. I'm like, okay, I've done Teams video interviews before. But it wasn't even a video interview. It was literally through the chat.
Right.
And like, so like, I gave like basic information that you could easily find at first, and then like once they asked the question about because it was supposed to be like help like a IT analyst type position, but then they're like data analyst. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hmm, hold up, something ain't right.
So so then I basically just proceeded to waste our time and gave very generic answers.
Oh yes, my favorite one is the WhatsApp. Like, hey, we've gotten your information from blah blah blah. Reach out to us at this WhatsApp number. Who the hell is conducting business over WhatsApp?
Currently the government.
Yeah. um, and this is also like, who the hell? Like, I only use WhatsApp to talk to two people, and both people are not in the States.
I don't even use WhatsApp.
Like, that is the only reason why. And Shim Sham, who's in Germany, and my boy Vanilla, who's in Kuwait. That's it. Those are the two people I talk to. And realistically, I don't talk to Shim Sham that much because that's not how our relationship is. It's a I'll randomly go to Instagram, see he sent me a bunch of memes, and that, or he'll randomly message me about something on his Steam Deck breaking, him trying to fix it, and then I just, scare it into submission because I don't actually know how to fix it, but once he contacts me about it, things start to work.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, God, I can honestly the amount of times like when I was still employed where it's like someone would say, "Hey, I'm having issues." I would go to them, ask them to show me. It's working perfectly fine. Like I think that's just the power of IT or just IT and adjacent. In some cases, it's just like if anyone with some technology shows up, the computer's just like, "Oh shit."
It's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
It's like, "Oh, I gotta work now."
Yeah, no, it definitely feels that is what happens in certain things. It's weird. It is weird.
I mean, that's just technology in general. Technology is always weird.
Yeah. No, that's putting it
Now, if only
putting it
printers
mildly.
could not be weird because I hate prints.
See, printers are the prisons for dubious and mischievous devils who didn't do what they were supposed to, and so they still have to work, but you got to put them in a capacity that won't ruin the whole situation of the ecosystem. So they sentence them to be in printers, and if you don't appease said devil by giving it whatever it wants at that particular time, it will not work.
So basically, Segarath is in there.
Probably.
Frickin' bastard.
Probably. You could give me any image of Segarath and a picture of a Wabajack, and I would be like, yes, that is the cult leader that controls the problems of printers.
Turns out the printer rollers are actually Wobblejacks.
Do you understand how much sense that would make? Because when printers print weird, it's always nonsense.
Yeah.
It's never coherent. It's always complete and utter babble. So I would so wholeheartedly believe you if you were to say, I was like, yeah, so the rollers are just like tiny little Wobblejacks, and then like for the most part you get the one type of effect, which is printing right. Then occasionally gobbledygook, like when you run out of like if you run out of
Probably
toner.
good. Other times you might get cheese.
Yeah. Someone else. My favorite one is random reroutes.
Oh,
Like
right.
you're like, how does this even happen?
Right. It's like I told you to go here. Why are you all the way over here?
Yeah, I was like, why are you over there? Like, whose print is this? And then you're like looking around the office trying to be like, who the heck printed this? And there's
Right.
like, oh, no one. It's like some test sheet. And you're like, I didn't print a test sheet. Where's my sheets? So my printer doesn't hate me. It is just a really clingy ex-girlfriend. Because if I don't go to the printer in the morning and try to do something like either like a copy, to the drive or a copy, like hard copy, anything like that, if I try to print later in the day, it will just not do it. It will say it went through and that the icon will go away, the print job will clear, it just won't print. And then
it says it printed, but it didn't.
No, right? It's just in limbo, right? And then I will try to do it again, and it will just be in limbo, whatever, right? Until I walk over there and actively wake it up, like this, because we have like one of those 2-in-1s, so it's like the copier with the the fancy screen and whatever.
God, those things are a nightmare at times.
And so when that screen wakes up, then it magically starts printing all of the so-called cleared print jobs. What the fuck? Exactly. That's what I said. It's like a clingy ex-girlfriend. It was like, why does it, or worse, like a baby mama. Like, you don't want any contact outside of the child. And then they're like, well, if you don't come around at this time, then I'm not going to, be cooperative. And then you have to go and make sure they see you. And then they'll be like, fine. I was like, what the fuck? It keeps happening.
Why do you hate me?
I was like, and this is why people hate you.
Yeah, it's just like we are at the mercy of the printer, sadly.
Who dat?
I don't know his name. All I know is he has your colors.
He does have my colors. He looks like Sinbad.
Honestly?
It might be Sinbad.
Yeah. For listening, I basically sent Dragon a new character coming in Fate Grand Order, and don't know his name. I gotta see if I can find it. But God, I am so behind in Fate. I really get caught up. And now Fate's coming to Honkai Star Rail.
Yep. In speaking of Star Rail, that event that's going on, because I think it's almost over. It is the most disrespectful event I have ever been a part of.
In Star Rail?
No, Fate.
Oh, in Fate. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about it.
Did you ever go and play through and do some of the challenges, missions?
I never got around to it. One, just because the Draco and Tiamat event kind of burnt me out, but also a lot of stuff's been going on.
Oh my god, yeah. So the last, because I have just stopped doing the challenges entirely, because this one is hey, we don't know what enemy type it is, so you're gonna have to figure it out. It's called Illusion Crossroad. No, I'm not doing this mission.
See, for those kind of missions, I'm like, screw it. I am just going to bring up the wiki and see what I need.
It's yeah, if it's one of the older ones, but ugh. All right, so this is the strategy hint for the one that I'm not doing, right? Run through the forest shrouded in Genjutsu. This quest is made up of a total of 10 areas. Maybe. Defeating the enemies in each area will allow you to gain special buffs. Only one effect can be gained from one area. Decide carefully which enemy to defeat to gain the best effect as you proceed. In some areas midway through, there will be enemies with the special effect Book of Disillusion. The Book of Disillusion debuffs the especially powerful enemy waiting at the end of the forest. The Book of Disillusion will be lost if the servant holding it is defeated, so make sure the servant holding it is not defeated. What the fuck do you mean?
So basically, put that item on someone who will not die.
Okay, cool, right? You don't get to choose who you bring. You only can bring one person with you.
Wait, what?
One. That's it. You can only bring one person with you. The rest of the team is the same 5 people that you've been using the whole event. 2 assassins, 2 casters, and a goddamn archer. And they're not even the 5-star versions of themselves.
Ew.
and
Man,
they
that's when
just get
the
random buffs and like things, and so you don't know what they're going to get until you're in there, and then you gotta understand what special abilities these guys have. Oh, it is the most anxiety-inducing, nerve-wracking shit I have gone through, and I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
that's too damn bad.
It
Honestly,
is.
that sounds like something that'd be great for Draco.
I Draco was in it.
Oh, he was. Never mind.
Draco's a part of the problem. One of the missions is beast type. It's fucking Draco, because Draco's the only one that exists.
Yeah, she's the only beast. Well, at least right now. There's gonna be another beast. Sometime in the future, it'll be Airshikle. Yeah, she's getting turned into a beast.
Why?
I know, but yeah, no, it's like the fact that the beast class is literally super effective against everything, except for I think there's at least
It's
something.
Foreigner that is
Oh
effective
no,
against them.
right. Beast is not effective against the extra classes.
Right. So it's just like, hey, but like in the other event, when they released them, it didn't matter because everyone had special abilities. So they're like, nope, they're, not effective against anybody. Oh, they're taking extra damage from everybody. Hey, they just take normal damage now. What is happening?
Yeah, I know. I hate when that happens. And also, it's like when you go through an event and like your servants are just like one-shotting everything, and then it's like you go back to the story and like you're barely doing any damage. It's like, I don't like this.
Yeah, no, you're just like, oh, okay, I've been destinied. Thanks. I love that for myself.
Literally.
Speaking
Destiny
of Destiny, have you been watching the videos I've been sending over to you about the breakdowns with the guns?
Yes, like, God, the freaking Graviton Lance one.
Is that not like top tier comedy?
It is. Like, that's how they should advertise any new exotic that gets brought in.
Oh god, he's so fun, and it's like a newer account. Like he's just recently started posting. He doesn't have that many videos out. And he just started the Destiny series. I was like, oh, these are so funny.
Actually, speaking of Destiny, like I saw like I think it was like leaked well, it was released a little early by PlayStation. But like it was like showing off like I guess the next year of Destiny, like showing off some of the armor sets and like weapons in the screenshot. It's all a freaking lightsaber. I'm just like, they're doing more Star Wars stuff.
Somebody is. I feel like a lot of these open world style games have reached this weird like singularity. So I was talking with Mermaid about this, and like Fortnite has become such a weird place that
That's an understatement.
where it's like, what is this game? Because it's like you have the music festival, which is just basically any like of the rhythm game, like any like Guitar Hero style like rhythm game, right? Like not even style, it is Guitar Hero because you can go into extra hard mode, which just turns it into Guitar Hero. And then you have like Lego, like all the Lego stuff, and so it's like, okay, it's this extra Lego game. They've added the Lego story mode, which is basically like Lego Dungeons, just a different story. You have the Battle Royale Reloaded, which is just bringing back random mashups of old maps, and then like the current map is just still, it changes, but it changes based off of whatever the season is. So like right now it's just Star Wars, so it's just gonna be Star Wars for the whole season. But you're just like, okay, what the heck? What the heck's going on? Like they have. I'm pretty sure you were around when they added it, like shoes, like as a part of the outfit. Like it, like what is this game turned into? And she mentioned it was like it basically seems like it's just a graduated version of Roblox. Like that's what it's turned into. And I was like,
I think that's actually what I said in either the last week's or the week before's episode. Like just like Fortnite, just a different version of Roblox.
Right, and it's just gotten worse. It's like you have, and then I'm not saying like there isn't a lot of things to do, and that's what's the appeal to it. I think it's the fact that it's like, okay, you made your mark as this one thing, and that sets you apart from everybody, and then you come and then kind of like turn yourself into what everyone else is doing at like, and so it was like, okay, so what was the point? Yeah, no, this is fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, it's an arc sword. No, bitch, that's a freaking lightsaber.
That's a lightsaber. That is a blaster from freaking Star
like,
Wars.
That's basically Han Solo's gun, and the Titan's just back there being a Titan.
Like this is ridiculous. Hold on, let me pull up the.
But yeah, just waiting for Fortnite to add in like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or something, and man, that would be interesting.
That's saying, you know, that's
okay. Actually no. Like if they did that, it's like have a season for Pokemon, but have it where similar to how they had like Godzilla on the map. I have it where like you have Groudon and Kyogre fighting, and then at a certain point, as the storm is closing in, you have Rayquaza just blasting everyone.
I miss the days of actual meaningful like interactions
Shopping
of
cart.
maps. The shopping cart. I miss the true fun of Fortnite, right? Like there were the things that were added, but like even when they added the shopping carts in, it made sense because they added more, you know, shopping areas. They added more residential areas. It made sense for shopping carts to be in various places. When they added the golf carts. Why? Because they added a golf course next to the section of the map that was already a country club area. Everything had a purpose. It was an addition to what it was saying. Like when, you know, the many changes of Loot Lake or whatever. You had the cabin, you had the secret thing under the cabin, you know, when Kevin went into the water and the water changes, when Kevin comes out, he brings the things. Everything was so, you know, connected that it's Star Wars. I don't know what to, I don't know what to do.
I mean, like obviously we'll definitely not be going back to Destiny at all.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would only go back if they actually like truly released a Destiny 3 and just fixed a lot of issues that D2 had.
It would have to change entirely. It can't be what.
Yeah. Oh hell! Like apparently, the Red War might come back because Bungie's getting taken to court over all the content that they've taken away.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, because like people paid for this content and they took it away, so it's just like now
Right.
they're getting taken to court.
There's a fun class action.
But yeah, no, it'll be interesting when it comes to Fortnite though, just like to see where it goes, because like obviously right now it's basically just becoming Roblox, just less blocky. I guess is the best way to think about it.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, well, that wraps things up for us here. We had a nice little chitty bang bang of various things and back and forth, you know,
Alrighty,
just kind of.
sure.
All right. And we hope you join us on the next episode, or join us in the Patreon, in the Discord, what have you. Wherever we see you next, we will see you then.
See you next time.